Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my shop. Today is May 3rd and this is my weekly shop update. So I'm officially moving this shop update to Tuesdays because that's just the day I end up posting them anyway. And I'm shooting this Tuesday morning instead of Monday late night. So basically the only thing that's going to change for you is the date and the title. It's going to be a Tuesday date instead of a Monday date. That's really about it. Mondays, I usually try to set that day aside to do some work in the shop or do something around the house or something that I can have to talk about for the shop update. So it's kind of like my shop day. So that's why I usually did it Monday night. And back when I was working, Monday was the day after the weekend, and the weekend was when I spent the most time in the shop. So a little bit of backstory for you. But I just finished up my log trailer series. I'm really happy that I got all that out there because I've been really excited to get all that content out, and the reception has been very good. So I hope you all really enjoyed that series. I am going to do another video in the future whenever I get out there to work on the arch some more to make a few improvements, and there'll be a video about that. And of course, future milling videos because it's just a lot of fun to do. So this week I spent some time working on the trim project. I got a ton of progress done, and I'm so close to being done with it. Let me show you the progress I've made so far this week. So last week I had like a 4-hour block of time and I got a lot of stuff done in here. It was nice to just be able to get out here and just focus on this for a little while. So I got that installed, this whole door framed out, that little piece of baseboard down there, which I picked this is probably the most visual baseboard in the whole room, and I picked this cool piece with this piece of crotch and not there for that section. Last night I started on that window, so I just had to cut and fit the top and bottom there. And then this window is all trimmed out as well. And down here I have this baseboard, it's scribed to the floor, and I just have to finish working on that corner cope. So this big window behind me here, it's a 10-foot window, so I need some longer lumber for that. So this is going to be a kind of interesting experience for me. I'm going to go to a lumber yard and buy wood. I have never gone to a lumber yard before, so I'm going to call them first and see if they sell cherry in 12-foot lengths, and then I'm going to go buy some cherry for there. So that's coming along really nicely, and I'm really happy with the way it looks. I think the cherry against the ash floors just looks amazing, and I'm really happy that I went with the taller baseboards instead of a shorter one. But one little detail, I'm not sure if I've talked about this before on the update or not, but on the casings, that room used to have wood paneling in it. So all of the jambs and all the door frames, or the door and window jambs, are now proud of the surface of the drywall because the wood paneling is not there anymore. So what I've done there to make the installation easier, instead of having to trim back the jambs or do something crazy, so on the casing I cut a rabbet here so that the whole casing will actually lip over or rest over or whatever, lap over the jambs. And this made the installation super easy, so kind of a fun way to solve a stupid problem. So about a month ago, I mentioned that I'm going to be in Toronto at the end of the month, and I was planning on doing a meetup. Well, there's going to be a meetup. I'm not sure of the time or location yet, but it will be on the 28th of May. So keep that in mind. It'll be in the evening sometime on the 28th of May. I'll have more details hopefully next week with a location and a time for you. So I'll keep you posted. So let's get into some viewer projects. The first one here is from Anthony. This is a conference table. It's made from 8-quarter ash and walnut. It's 7 feet long, 3.5 inches wide, and it's all milled from lumber that was live edge slabs. When he first sent me this project, it was just a tabletop, and he had said that he had something interesting planned for the base. It's not going to be wood. And check out that base. Isn't that cool? Next up are bottle openers from Tom. These are really cool. I love how these are really sculpted, and it's almost feels like a spoon carving. So my wife would like that. Tom has a great video on his YouTube channel making these sculpted beer bottle openers. Next up is a Roubo bench build by Paul. This one is made from maple and sapele, and he actually turned custom knobs for the bench crafted hardware I guess the newer version of the Benchcrafted hardware comes with like a lighter, almost maple kind of knob, and he turned replacement knobs out of sapele so that it would match the chop and the end cap. The other thing I really like is that he added a lamp holder to the gap stop. That's a really good idea. Awesome work, Paul. Love that bench. Just turned out amazing. Next up is a Nintendo end table. This is really cool. So a few years ago, Ben made a coffee table that was a working Nintendo controller. So it had these big buttons that you could actually use to play the games, and he wanted to make an end table that would match it. So the power button on the table will turn on a lamp, and the reset button makes the lamp flicker. There's an outlet in front where the controllers would have gone that can be used for charging phones or whatever. And the lid flips open to reveal the front of a game cartridge, which pulls out for storage space for remotes or batteries or whatever. This is really cool. I love this. There are build pictures out on the website article for this update, and there'll be a link in the description to that. Lastly is a rocking bassinet by Jeremy. He was inspired to make this after seeing mine, and I think he did an amazing job. I absolutely love those end panels. They are just beautiful. So he did this one out of walnut and maple, and he went with a rectangular slat instead of a round spindle for his, and it looks amazing. So big congratulations again on the birth of your daughter, and awesome work on the bassinet. So I think that's about all I have for you this week. Thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about anything I talked about today or anything here in my shop, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I appreciate those, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.